by the end of this video, you will be able to build this exact house for yourself on your survival world. Hey guys, you're watching Z1 and Only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another starter house tutorial. In this series, we're going to be going through 10 of the main biomes, and each one we're going to be building a easy to build starter home that looks pretty cool. Last episode we worked in the grasslands. We made a nice one with little logs outside, a little bit of a fishing dock that you can have a boat off. Today though, we are in the snow biome. Okay, any biome, this will work in any biome that has a little bit of snow, a little bit of a cold sort of environment, and we're going to be using spruce wood. Obviously, our rule in this series is that we can only use mostly 99% of the blocks from the biome itself that you're in. So spruce wood and stone and stuff is all allowed in this snow biome. So let's grab some spruce wood and some cobblestone and some cobblestone stairs, some cobblestone slabs, some snow blocks themselves, so you'll have to go around, grab some shovels, get some snowballs and convert them, and some spruce planks. And for the moment, I think that might do. Okay, so what we're going to do first is start off where the door's going to be, and we're going to make a little doorway roughly here. Okay, so you're going to leave 3 blocks between these 2 sets of log pillars, and then you're going to put your doorway in the middle. So we're going to do 3 cobblestone and then an upside down stair, and that's where your door is going to go. Now we're going to come down the side here with a sort of where a window is going to go. I'm going to do a nice sort of 2 block high window, I think, like that, and put a log up the top. I think we can also go over the top here like that. We might change some of those blocks out in a moment. Okay, once we've got that, we're then going to do this section, which is going to have, again, another window in here. I think we can go with another 2 block high, 1 block wide window. And another pillar. We're going to come down this side. This side is going to be the blank side. Obviously, I like to have a blank wall in most of my builds for where a staircase is going to go. Staircases can be pretty difficult to build when you've got windows on every wall of your house. The sort of windows get right in the way of them. I don't know how many blocks that is at the moment. I've just sort of put a line down for the moment. We'll see how long it's going to be once we do this side here. This side is going to have a fireplace on it. So maybe we'll use some stone bricks for the fireplace itself. It gives you a little bit of a goal to head towards smelting up some stone. Gives you something to do maybe while building the rest of this. But the first thing that we're going to do is build a 5 block wide cobblestone line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then put your spruce logs up this side again. We're going to go up here and up here. And then remove those 3 blocks. We're going to replace those 3 blocks with stone bricks 1 block back, which is where your fireplace is going to be. Let's grab some stairs of the same variety to go here and here. And then that's going to be your chimney. That might not be the height of it. In fact, it's probably going to be a lot taller than that. But for the moment, I'm just going to put it up to there. You can only build things in sections. So we're going to do like that. And as you can see from the inside now, we've got a lovely spot for a fireplace to go. It's now also given us the depth of our house. So we know that we were actually bang on, surprisingly enough. We just put a log up here. Oh, and by the way, make sure that you build this house by some trees. And if there isn't any trees by the house, grow some trees around it. It'll look much better when it's actually sort of built into the terrain, into the biome itself. So grow some trees around it, surround it off. And I like to always build my houses by some water here. It's good for fishing, and it's just a nice sort of area to be able to look out your windows and see as well. So on the back here, we can have some more windows. We can do a line down the bottom and a line up either side. That gives us this space in the middle for us to be able to put as many windows in as we want. I think I'm going to do 2 windows and then block up this section. Okay? Something like that. Obviously on the inside, we've got a decent sized building here to be able to start off with. At least you've got some chest space. You've got definitely a bed space, a fireplace. You know, there's definitely more than enough space in here for everything that you're going to need to begin with. Now it's about getting in some detail. So we're going to put some logs around the edges of these cornerstones that we've got. Around here. Maybe not build it quite as close to a tree as what I've done there. But it's okay. Okay, now we've got that, we're going to have to think about the roof. Now, the roof is going to be interesting because we're actually going to make the roof out of snow. A lot of people keep thinking wrongly in the comments section of many of my videos that snow melts. Snow does not melt. I could put a torch or glowstone by that. That will never melt. Only ice melts and snow slabs melt. You know, the type of snow that sort of lands on top of blocks. In fact, you can see it there. That type of snow melts. But snow blocks do not melt. Do not melt. So what we're going to do is we're going to go round on top of these logs to here. And all the way down this side first with spruce planks. This is just going to be our sort of edging block. Okay. Then we're going to come up by one block. Like a diagonal up. And then we're going to go another diagonal but go up 2 blocks. And the same on this side. And then you're going to join up in the middle with another 2 blocks. It's going to give us a very sort of steep, tall roof. Very, very nice to be able to build with. Let's stick a log going over the top of here. Some nice braces. And if you wanted to, you could put one going up here as well. Stick some cobblestone in the gaps. And boom, we have ourselves a sort of nice sort of edging. Let's grab some stairs to round this off a little bit. Like that. If you wanted to, you could put a log in there. I don't know if... Yeah, no, I sort of do like that. Could even change that one out to a log. No, don't like that. Okay, beautiful. Once we've got that, we can now think about the snow. Now, you can do a few bits of snow here. We can come all the way down to this section. Over here. On here. Don't go all the way to the edge yet, because we need to work out exactly how we're going to do that corner. There's multiple ways that you can do it. But we're going to go through a couple of the ideas, and then you can choose which one you prefer. Let's have these going across here. This one over here. And this one over here. I'm just going to bring it to there. So, this corner here, we can either just wrap the spruce around to this edge, where then we're going to do exactly the same thing, same design as what we had over there, which is going to be that one, then this one, then, oh yeah, we're a little bit wider, aren't we, on this one? Let's do that one, that one, that one, and out here, that one, and then 2 up, and then 2 up again, and then 2 here, so it makes that a little bit taller, and then you can wrap the snow around in this sort of pattern, like that, and sort of bring it each one down in this direction. That's option 1. That's the sort of a more simpler option. It'll look good, it'll look okay, but as you can see, it looks a little bit blank with like all this snow wrapped around this corner. Option number 2, which is the one that I think I'm going to prefer, is to build another sort of peak triangle over here. So let's take these ones away, and we're going to do another triangle. So let's remove these ones here to be in line with that one, and then come up here 1, and then up 2 blocks, up 1, then up 2 blocks, and then up 2 blocks. You can then join these ones up and these ones up like that, and then on the side here you just pretty much bring them to the edges. There's going to be a couple of little points that aren't going to quite match up yet, but just do it in little bits, and the closer you get to getting the whole roof done, the simpler and the sort of more it'll come together by itself. You won't have to really think about where the blocks need to go. Just put down blocks where you know they have to go first, and then work from there. Obviously, I'm taking out the blocks that we don't need to give us as much room on the inside as possible. Obviously, with a house this sort of size, you don't really want to be wasting all that much. And now it's about joining it up, so we can have that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. This one can now come around here. No, I think I'm going to put that one there. Drop that down by 1 block. This one. And then your ones in the middle. You could have it like that, or I'm going to have it with a little bit of a curve. You can even do a little bit more of a curve if you wanted to. No, I think I like that better. Beautiful. So we can now fill up this area, do the same sort of thing as what we've done on the other side, with some logs going sideways first. Be very, very careful with this fireplace. A lot of this building is made out of wood, and wood is flammable here in Minecraft. So you'll sort of have to just watch out where exactly you're placing them sometimes. But if you secure the fireplace well enough on the inside, you shouldn't need to worry about it that much. We can also bust this final part out to have the chimney going up nice and high. And put our stairs on. Oops. That one. That one. That one. That one. And that one. Do the same over here with our beam that goes across here first. Let's get rid of that block on the inside. We shall worry about the interior in a minute. Have this one. I think we had a log going up on the other side as well. And then we can put our stairs on. Okay, so we've got stairs on the bottom. I think it would be nice to actually have stairs on the tops of these as well. So we're going to add stairs going up here and up here. And on this end one, I'm going to put a stair coming out upside down and a slab of spruce on top of it. Like that. Same on this side. Upside down stair and a slab on top. And these stairs that go down here just give a little bit more... Oh, I missed one. Right there. These stairs coming down the side just sort of bring the rest of the roof away from the snow. It gives a little bit more depth. A little bit more detail. Up this side. And down this side. So, in like, I don't know, 10, 12 minutes, we've got ourselves a pretty decent looking house. It's looking really nice, chunky, warm roof. We're in a very cold biome. You want things to not freeze over here. So having a nice, thick, insulated roof is going to work out really nicely. We can have a torch perfectly on here. I have got host privileges on now, unlike last episode, so I can actually make it nighttime when I want. You can put the torches around like this, or you can sort of put yourself a little bit more detail by using spruce fences and then putting the torches on top of those. That's another way that you can do it. I don't know which one I really prefer. The other option that you can do is put the torches straight onto the logs themselves. And I think that might be one of the nicest ideas. Again, if you wanted to go into even more detail, you can do things like having item frames behind them to make them stand out, and then grabbing some spruce slabs to go inside the item frame. It makes it look like the torches are sort of being held onto the logs instead of just being sort of slapped on. I don't really know. I don't know what you guys sort of prefer. That's the sort of detail that you need to decide on yourself. I think for the moment, as it's a starter build, I'm just going to put them on like this. I'm going to go around the entire building with these torches because we don't want any mobs being close by. And you could light up the top if you wanted to as well to stop mobs from spawning on top of your building. I would recommend using a normal stone slab to go on top of the chimney. It'll finish it off nicely. Another option, this is a starter home, so it's not really worth it doing, but you could put an anvil on if you've got the iron to spare. It does make a very nice looking chimney top, but again, it's a lot of iron to do for a starter home alone. I think now we need to go around and add some details. So I'm going to remove these 3 blocks and replace them with upside down stairs. It just adds that little bit more interesting sort of depth there. And I think on top and below each window, I'm going to replace those with stairs as well. There and there. And around this side with these 2 windows. That one and that one. Now, as this is a starter home, I would recommend using normal glass panes, but you can use stained glass if you prefer that and you've got the resources to do it. I'm going to use just normal plain glass panes for this tutorial though. Beautiful. Okay, looking very warm, looking very nice. But we also need to now think about sustainability. One of the rules that I have here, or because we're in spruce biome, I can use a spruce door to go on here as well. Let's do it like that. Beautiful. Look at that. Because what was I going to say? Yeah, sustainability. I like to have food growing around. It looks really nice when you do it like that. Now, we do have the problem of water freezing. So you need to make sure that you've got torches nearby your water sources in order to keep the water from freezing. That should be plenty close enough for us. And then let's grab ourselves a hoe. And can I just... Oh, no, I can't. I got to click like this first. Now, I've got this sort of perfect area here, which is like a nice size for... I'm going to do carrots. Like this. I'm going to do carrots on here, but see how this sort of piece of land sort of just sticks out just that slight bit. It's a nice area to be able to do some food on. And let's wrap it around the back here just a little bit. Something like that. Get rid of any long grass. Like that. Grab ourselves some carrots. Carrots aren't that terrible of a food either. Now we should have plenty enough water to be able to hydrate all of this area, no problem. Yeah, it looks like it's sort of extended out. Oh, apart from that end one. That's okay, I shall just remove that. Got an autosave. Making the carrots not appear. Beautiful. Okay, I'm not going to put a fence around it on this build. I'm going to sort of leave it like that. But what you can do if you want is grab some spruce logs and place them around like this. It'll sort of finish it off quite nicely, but I'm not going to add an actual fence onto it. I'm not going to put a fence around it. You can if you want, but I don't know if I sort of would like it in this area. I'm going to wrap it around there as well. Beautiful. Look at that. Okay, so we want to remove some snow in front of our doorway here. It will obviously come back when it does snow next, but I'm going to replace this with some gravel, which can be found in the biome by just digging underground. And I'm going to just do a few of them. I'm going to leave some of them grass, and then maybe when it's snowing, you'll have to come out and shovel your driveway like you do in real life when it snows. Something like that. And let's just extend it down here just a little bit. Like that. Beautiful. There's a nice little sort of start to it. Let's grab some spruce leaves. So you'll get some shears, get some spruce leaves, and just dot some of them around. Not too many of these, just a few of them. Be sort of careful where you put them. And just, I wouldn't go more than 3 blocks high. I would have 3 blocks as the tallest point. And then just sort of make it as natural of a shape as you can. Down this wall it is very blank, so you could go higher. With these I'm going to do sort of 2 larger ones. Like this. And then one over here. Try not to make them symmetrical to either side, so don't do something like that. Try and make them asymmetrical if possible. Just finishes that off quite well. Beautiful. Look at that. Okay, let's grab ourselves a spruce sapling and grow a few strategical trees around the area. We're going to want one in this front garden area. Like that. Let's have one down here. Oh, that's on sand. Like that. And a few around the back here. So I'm going to do just a few of them surrounding for this tutorial. The carrot farm. Just spam these, grow these as fast as possible. And this one, and this one. Now, like I did with the last tutorial, I'm going to show you a little bit of the inside. See how cool does that look? And imagine adding some more trees around there as well. It's just nicely hidden in between these trees. Very warm looking. Like the last tutorial though, I'm going to show you a little bit of the interior, how to dress it up, but I'm not going to furnish out the interior. That's personal preference. Let's grab some logs. The first thing you're going to want to do is just sort of square off the area. Square off this this place by just putting logs in where we've missed. Like this. Then you're going to want to put some beams. So I'm going to have a beam going across there to make it into sort of two rooms, and I'm going to have a beam coming across this way as well. At the moment, we've got snow up here, which isn't too appetizing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some oak. No, we can't use oak. I'm going to grab some spruce slabs, which I've got on my hotbar. And we're going to put these the level above. I'm using slabs and not full blocks because it goes further. If you use full, you can use full blocks. It's not going to make a difference. But obviously, if you use slabs, you can go twice as far with them. You get twice as many slabs as you do for normal planks. That finishes that off nicely. It hides up that snow that you don't really want to see. Makes the interior look a little bit warmer. We've got the torches as well to put on top of these logs. I'm probably going to put a log up here, like that, to put some torches on. They're the same height. They're not at the same height. I'm going to move these ones up like that. Better. And then I'm going to have a log coming this way and this way as well. Not on these parts. You could, if you want. Well, let's have a look. That one and that one. I don't like that one. But I sort of like that one going down there. Maybe you could hang some stuff off there with some item frames. For the fireplace itself, you're going to want to make this safe from burning other parts of your house. So I would recommend using stone, obviously. Let's grab some stone, and maybe some slabs. I don't know if we'll use them or not. But I'm going to put the stone around here like this. It doesn't need to be a big fireplace. And I'm going to put, I think, that one there, and that one there. Upside down ones. Full blocks. Stairs on either side. Upside down one here. Right way up one there. And then replace this one with a... yeah, replace that one with a stone brick. So it matches like the chimney that we've got on the outside. If you want, you can then go into the nether to grab yourself some netherrack, or you can use coal blocks, which will just burn away. Up to you, but you can get a nice little fireplace in there. As far as the floor goes, we can get rid of water, get rid of snow with some water here. Ugh. I missed it. There we go. That gets rid of all of the snow, and then we can use some spruce wood on the interior here for a nice floor. I wouldn't use cobblestone. Don't use cobblestone, in fact, for the floor, because you've already used it in the walls. It's going to blend in too much. But this will look much better. Fill all this in, and then that's about it. That's about it for the tutorial. I'm not going to do any more of the interior stuff. I would recommend, if it was me, having the bed up in this area. It's a nice sort of 3 wide area to have some beds, but it would work just as well as a sort of mini chest storage area with some double chests on either side, sort of stacked up to the roof, having the bed somewhere else. But I think a bed there, some chests in this corner here. In fact, I can do it very, very quickly. I would recommend having chests here and here. I'd recommend having the bed over there, and then anything else that you want around. You can have a little table there. I don't know how you guys like to dress out your survival homes. Everybody does their survival homes slightly differently. Okay, that's pretty much it for the final details. You could go and do a similar thing to what we done on the last building, using spruce logs sideways as little like wood storages. I did do this on the last building, which is why I didn't do it straight away on this one. But they do look pretty good if you do like 4 of them, like this. I'm going to extend that one by 2. And then put that one on. Oops. Put that one. No, I'm going to leave that there. And then grab yourselves some rails to go over the tops of them. I say this is a little bit more later on, not quite starter, but it does just add that little bit more detail out the front of your house. Imagine approaching that. With more trees surrounding you, you've got a nice little frozen lake beside, and then a nice little cozy room to be able to sleep in. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. Next episode, we will be doing another biome, probably the swamp biome. I fancy doing a swamp biome one, and we shall see you then.